show you the July 2019 Club La La Land Crafts Club Kit and reveal my project. So this month is super fun. As you can probably already tell, it's coffee themed and it is absolutely adorable. It comes with this sweet little Marcy, and I will show you the sentiments that she comes with once we get inside our cute little book here. Alright, so it comes with her, and then it comes with this adorable hamster and this one and this one. So super cute, and they come with the sentiments. This little guy says me before coffee, and this one is me after coffee, and this one is coffee makes me super. So it comes with 3 sentiments. Really cute. And then the dies is this large coffee die, and I've used that here, as you can see. And then it also comes with this adorable little coffee pot, and this little heart comes with the coffee pot. And then it also comes with a large mug and a smaller mug, and then some little whipped cream on top there. The smaller mug is here, and then the little hearts are there from the coffee pot. So I'm just gonna put that aside. So this month the value of the entire kit is $75.99. For just the dies it would be $51.99, and for just the stamps it would be $24.99. But as you know, as a club subscriber, you get it all for $39.99. So an absolutely amazing value, especially this month. There's some really fantastic dies and stamps. Alright, so let's get into what I have used other than my Club La La Land Crafts dies and stamps. So I've used the Harlequin stencil, which is this, and then you can see back here. And I've used the large doily stencil, and you're going to see that inside the book. And then I've used the Just For You, the plaid background. I think it's Just For You. If it isn't, it'll be linked below to what it's actually called. It'll be linked to the La La Land Craft store. Alright, so I'll put those aside. And I've used 2 of the tags from the large stitch tags. I've used one of the long flags dies. I've used our pocket die a lot in this album. You're going to love it. Alright, I've used one of the circles from the Stitched Circles dies. And then I've also used one of the little tag hole reinforcers that comes with the large tags. Alright, so let's get into our little album. I've created a little coffee recipe album here, and I've just tied it up with some seam binding. Alright, and I forget what it measures. I think it's 7 by 4. Yes, it's 7 by 4, and it has an 1.5 inch spine. So pretty good sized little book. Alright, so when we get inside, how cute is this? Alright, so I've used the tag dies to create the, or not the tag dies, sorry, the pocket dies to create these little pages here, and they're all bound into the book, and each one has a little tag in it. So super cute. And this sentiment here, happiness is a cup of coffee shared with a friend. And then this one here, this chick runs on coffee. Those come with Marcy from the club kit. Alright, so I've used the tag die here, and I've used that Just For You background stamp, and I've used the large mug, and I've added the little coffee bean here that comes with the coffee, the word die there. And here's the smaller mug with the whipped cream, and here's the doily stencil. Alright, and then here's one of the coffee pots with the little heart. And then there's again the large mug and the smaller mug, and I've just colored in the top here to look like coffee. And then here's the coffee pot again, and the large mug. And then when we get to the back of the book, there's another pocket and another tag there, and again the doily stamp there, or sorry, doily stencil there. Alright, so I do have a full tutorial for how to create this album following this walkthrough video. So I hope you enjoy that, and remember, if you are interested in the Club La La Land Crafts subscription, all the links will be down below this video. And believe me, you won't regret it for a minute. It is fantastic to get that little gold envelope every month, and everything that comes in it. It's just a remarkable value. So if you haven't yet, please subscribe and like the video, and we'll see you in the tutorial. Alright guys, so let's get started putting our cute little coffee recipe book together. So you're gonna need a piece of cardstock that's 8.5 by 11, so just a regular size piece, and this is just some craft cardstock I'm using here. And then you're going to need 2 pieces of medium weight chipboard that measures 7 by 4 and one that measures 7 by 1.5. And we're going to start by gluing our spine piece on first. So first this center piece here, and I'm just using some Fabri-Tac glue, and it's just gonna go right about there. Try to keep it even top and bottom so that you have room on both ends. Alright, now so I can flip it over and give it a good press down on the back. Alright, so now we have to go around and fold up all our edges. You can burnish that all on with your bone folder. And then you're going to need your scissors, and we are just going to, I'm going to show you on the other side, but I'm going to cut it on the other side. Here we have a little rectangle, and you're just going to cut up at a diagonal around that rectangle, and then up at a diagonal to this corner, but we're not going all the way to the chipboard. We're going to leave about 1/8 of an inch so that when we wrap it, it doesn't, the corner here of our chipboard is not going to show. So we will just do that. Alright, so we've got all of our edges, all of our little corners trimmed out. So now we have to actually remove the tape. So we're going to remove it from 2 short sides and 1 long side, just like this. And you're going to bring it in from the center, and you're just going to smooth it out to the side. you are going to take your bone folder and just go into these creases here, like so, just to break the fibers a bit so our book bends up easier. All right, and there's the beginnings of our little coffee recipe book. Really cute. All right, so I've attached 1/2-inch score tape all along both sides of where my chipboard meet and down the center of my spine. And I've also attached it to a piece of 4 1/4 by 6 7/8 matching craft cardstock. And now I'm just gonna remove the backing from this, and we are just going to place it right on top of that. You can use whatever size tape you'd like for this step, as long as it's not really poking out the sides. We've only got 1/8 of an inch top and bottom that this won't be covering, so be pretty careful when you're putting it down. Try to center it as best as you can. All right, and just give that a good burnish all around, like so. The more you burnish, the better your tape is going to adhere to your book. All right, so now I'm just gonna give it, kind of bend it up on the side just so I can find my score mark there, or where my chipboard pieces meet. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then you're just going to just slowly bend it in like this. All right. And there we go. Now we have our cute little book all put together, and now we can add our little pocket pieces inside. All right, now let's create our little pockets for our pocket pages for our album. So you're going to need 2 of our pocket die cuts, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut 2 of the side flaps off of one of our pockets. So we're just gonna cut up there, and then cut this one off as well over here. All right, so now you're gonna take your second pocket and you're gonna fold in on your little score lines, and it creates them itself, so you do not have to score them. So our bottom flap here, we're going to fold back so that it's on top of the front of our pocket, just like that. And these ones are gonna be folded in like this. All right, and the flatter you can get them, the better. All right, and then on this pocket that we've cut off the sides, the bottom flap is going to get folded in towards the inside of our pocket. All right, so now we're going to lay this down and we're going to put it on its face, which means this is going to get bent back and it's going to be underneath now. So now we're going to take some wet glue, and we're going to just put it all over these side flaps here, just like so. And then we're going to take our second pocket, just like this, and we're going to add glue on that bottom flap there. All right, now we're just going to lay it on top here, trying to make sure that this flap kind of goes underneath those two flaps, and then just fold it right down just like this, and then you can lift it up and make sure that it's all straight. All right, and now we're going to just use our bone folder and burnish it down so that it's really nice and flat and gets really good adherence. All right, so you're going to need to make 6 of these. So you're going to need 12 pockets, and you're gonna cut the 2 side flaps off of 6 of them, and then put them together the way we just put these together. All right, so we have 6. So they're going to attach in here like this, onto our spine piece. And the first flap is gonna go just past our line from where our chipboard meets underneath there. And then the second one is going to go down here. Now, I'm not really going to measure where mine are going. You can if you'd like. I am just going to guesstimate. And I'm just adding some wet glue here to my hinge. And I'm just going to place it just beyond that score line there, just like this. All right, make sure you get it fairly nice and straight, and then you can get the bone folder and give it a good press down in there. All right, now you can fold it back on itself and press it down again. And now we're going to take our second pocket and we're gonna put it down here, and I wanna put this one before I start lining them all up because I wanna make sure that we mostly know where they are. All right, so putting glue all over that flap. All right, and then again, we're gonna just lay it down, and we left about 3/8, a 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch of space right there. So that's what we're gonna try to do down here as well. About like that, I would say. All right, get a little bit closer to our hinge there. We do want them to be nice and lined up, just like so. All right, so now we can just burnish it down. All right, and fold it over, and perfect. All right, so now we're gonna add the next one, and this one, we're just going to butt right up against the bottom of this flap and make sure it goes down nice and even. So again, just adding our adhesive there, and just line it up, push that hinge right up against the bottom of this pocket, and then you can lay it down and make sure they're aligned really nicely. Perfect. All right, and we can go in and burnish that down there. All right, so now we can go ahead and do this one down here. Okay guys, so we've got all of our pages attached, all of our little pocket pages attached, and I wanted to show you a few things that I'm doing to decorate the inside of the album. So one of the things that I did was I took another plain pocket, and you don't even have to cut the entire pocket to do this, but I just took it and I cut off this bottom flap here. So this one that comes in at the bottom there, I cut that off, and then I actually just took the flap and I placed it in here. So we had one coming from this direction, say from this pocket. So I put one there just so it kind of gives like a little crisscross detail in there, and I think it looks really pretty versus just having the other flap there. So I hope I'm making sense. Like, I think it's more, you can see it better here. So this under here is the flap from this pocket, and then I just took that piece that I cut and I placed it on there. And it just gives like a little crisscross detail, and I think it's kind of pretty. I like it. Just a way to do that. You don't have to do that. I mean, that's a totally optional thing, but I thought it was pretty cute. So now, as you can see, I've been playing with some of our stencils and our dies, and I've been cutting the club dies. So these are the club dies for July, right? So we've got the big coffee die, which I'm going to be using on the front of the album, so you'll see that in the walkthrough. And then I've cut the large cup and the small cup and the little whipped cream that goes on top, and I have cut the coffee pot and then the heart that goes on the coffee pot. So a few things I've done with it. One of the things, I've cut it with chipboard and then put the little whipped cream on top of this one, and then this one I cut just on the ivory cardstock, and I just colored it in with my E44 Copic marker just to make it look like coffee there. And then this one I cut with chipboard, and then I put in the little whipped cream. And I don't know if you can see here, but on this cup here and on this cup here, the just trying to think, yeah, there's one here to show you. It cuts so that you have an opening in here like this, so that you can stick in that whipped cream behind there, and the large cup has that as well as the smaller cup, so a really nice little detail. Alright, so then I've done that there. I've stuck the little whipped cream in that one. And then this is one of the stamps from the stamps that comes with Marcy. And then here I've done the coffee pot again, but this time I've done it on the ivory cardstock, and then I used the chipboard heart and the chipboard lid. And here I've done the ivory cup with the chipboard whipped cream. And then here is the chipboard coffee pot, and then I did a little distressing coloring with my Distress Oxide Wilted Violet there for that. And then I did a little ivory lid. So just some different things throughout our little book here. Alright, and then some additional things that I've done as well is I used our, I forget the exact name of it, but I will link it below, this kind of buffalo check background stamp. And I stamped it on some of our ivory, or some of the ivory cardstock, and then I die cut it with the pocket die. So this is the pocket die that we've used for basically the whole book. So I cut that out twice. And then I've also cut it's the third largest die from our large tags die, and I've cut it 8 times. And then I've also cut these the little reinforcer 8 times as well, and I'm using that for my tags to go into these pockets here. So I've got 6 pockets here, and then I've got 2 that are going front and back, and they're just gonna go in like that. Really cute. All right, and then for my inside front and back cover, I used our large lace stencil, or sorry, our large doily stencil, and as you can tell, mine is very well loved. And I stenciled right here with the picked raspberry distress oxide ink. So I've stenciled that there. And then these are going to go on the inside front and back cover. And I've done the same thing here for the back cover, and I've glued one of the pockets directly onto it, and then I've already added the little tag in. And these pieces measure 3 3/4 by 6 7/8, and they're going to go right in here. So I'll just go ahead and do that with you. I'm having so much fun decorating this little album with all of our wonderful products. It does not take very much at all to work with these products. They are fantastic quality products. Alright, so now I have got, I lost it. Alright, so now I've got one of our circle dies here, and this one here, and this is from our regular stitched circles. And I've put the little chipboard cup with the whipped cream, and that's going to go right in the center there. Really cute, and I just cut off the edge of it a little bit so that it would match up with this here, because I think that looks really cute. Alright, and then I've got the pocket die, and I'm just adding some adhesive to those flaps, and I am just going to place it down. Sorry, we're going this way with it for this one. Just going to place it down right there, all the way to the back of our cardstock piece, of our ivory piece, just like this. Alright, and then I'm just gonna put that down with the bone folder here. Alright, and then we can stick one of our tags into there. Like so. Really cute. Alright, and now I've got one of the little cups from this month's kit, and I have just colored it with the picked raspberry, and I've added the little coffee bean from the coffee word die. It's the O in the coffee. And then I've also just colored in the top with the E44 marker. Alright, so that's going to go right there. And then we are going to put this little thing there. And on all the circles, I have just done a little bit of inking with either the wilted violet or the picked raspberry. And then I just spritzed some water on there just to break up the color of the ink a little bit, and then I let it dry. And then I added my die cuts on top, and this is the die, or this is the one of the sentiments that comes with Marcy. And I'm just gonna add it to the front of this pocket here, just like this. Really super cute. Alright, now let's go to the back of the book, and we are going to add this here. So this is, again, the piece that is 6 7/8 by 3 3/4. And we've just used our stencil on it. And that's just gonna go there. And then we've also attached one of those pockets. And our little tag die is already inside there. All right, and then we just need to add the rest of our little tags. And I might add a little bit of string through the I might add a little bit of string through these holes here in our tags. I haven't decided yet if I want it or if I just wanted to be able to pull it out like that. Alright, so that is pretty much the inside of our little album complete. And I just think it's absolutely adorable. It is so cute, and we didn't use any pattern paper, and we just used stencils, background stamps, the stamps and dies from the club kit, and it just looks sensational. It really does look so beautiful. Alright, so I'm going to finish up the front cover, and then you guys will see the finished book in the walkthrough.